Good morning, everybody. So I'm outside our apartment where I've been invited to take part in the apartment tour for our furniture-free living demo. I've come really early because I'm super excited, and I'm talking quietly because our neighbours are night owls and they don't get up very early. So let's see if Ange is available for the shoot. I'm here for the apartment tour.
I'm still half in my pajamas. It's a bit early for an apartment tour now.
Oh my goodness, that's not very elegant. Okay, I'll wait outside.
I think that's fair. Sorry about earlier. I overslept this morning. I'm a little bit more presentable now. Please come in. Welcome to our little cottage. So we came to the idea of furniture-free living a few years ago when I came across an interview with a guy called Tony Riddle, who's a ground living advocate and a lifestyle. He calls himself a lifestylist, and he spends most of his time on the floor and running barefoot and that kind of thing. And I thought it would be a great way for us to live without furniture. It took some time to get Sporty onto the idea, but when we found this place, it was actually perfect, because as you'll see now, there was no furniture in here except for table and chairs. So it was sort of an easy slide into this new lifestyle of ours. So come on in, I'll show you the rest. This is our rebounder, which you'll find out more about in a different video. Oh, let me show you in the kitchen quickly. While we're talking about furniture-free living, the main thing about it is that it's about movement throughout the day. This is the important thing. So finding movement everywhere. It's one thing to go and exercise in the morning, but most of us lead very sedentary lifestyles. We're at a desk job, we drive everywhere, we get home and we sit on the couch and we watch TV. So finding these pockets of movements throughout the day is really beneficial. So this is a tip that we learned from Katie Bowman. It's a video I'll link to. But she said, we don't have a choice, but she said pack everything in your kitchen low, so that when you actually need to go down to get stuff and then get back up. That's just a tip. Come through. So this is our entire home. It's our workspace, our living space, and it's our sleeping area as well. So when we first moved in, we used to sleep on camping mattresses on the floor. And then I saw this video by Katie Bowman. I'll link to her video. She's a biomechanist and a proponent of a movement-rich life. And in her apartment tour, she showed that their bed is on a low platform similar to this, because she's talking about getting airflow, the importance of airflow. So we decided to go and get ourselves a futon. Last of the big spenders, I know. So during the day we turn it this way, and it's kind of like a couch. Sporty was calling it a divan. I don't know, I'm not even sure what it is. And then at night we flip it the other way, and it's our bed. So it's working for us. This is the table and chairs that I mentioned earlier. We normally have it folded down in the evening or whatever. During the day we fold it out to accommodate Harley's space, because he has his own section over here, obviously. While you're in here, you might want to see the rest of our things that we do. This is how we plan our weeks. This is, it's chalk, like sticky paper stuff. It actually just comes off. This is Sporty's play area over here. And we thought you'd find this funny. This is our little altar section, and this is us about 20 years ago.
In Dubai.
In Dubai, yeah. Still not very good at taking selfies. So, because we're still sort of getting into the furniture-free thing, we spend half our time on the floor working and then some of the time at the table working. But either way, the rule is every 25 minutes you get up and you do something so that you're not constantly sitting.
This is basically a workstation, and one tries to sit down and get up with the least amount of assistance possible. So I've been training myself to squat. So I like to sit down like that without using my hands, and then whatever position is comfortable to work. Lotus works well for me because I'm a long time beginner yoga practitioner. And then obviously this thing is quite nice because it has, the legs are adjustable, and then you can move it around depending on how you're feeling. And then there are obviously different positions. You can move your legs to the side like this, and I use the cushion as a sort of yoga bolster or whatever, just to put under my hip because I'm still not as flexible as I could be. So I need a bit of assistance with some of the seating positions, but it helps to move around and change your leg positions, and eventually, like this position here, when we first started, I couldn't sit like this for longer than maybe 2 minutes, and now I can actually sit for the 25 minutes in this position. And I mean, clearly it helps with the
Hip mobility.
Well, hip mobility, but your body is more flexible. It gets more flexible when you do this. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. And then getting up, still using one hand, but obviously then you're in a bit of a squat.
Generally what we do during the day,
2 mats next to each other, and then every 25 minutes we set a timer. Then depending on what you like to do, I like to often do sun salutes. Then we have the rebounder as well, so you can spend a few minutes jumping, and then obviously any other exercises that you like to do. Squats, push-ups, or whatever.
So an important aspect of healthy aging is not making things easier for yourself as you get older. It's easy to fall into this trap. So instead of helping yourself up, try and practice to just get up on your own. Another thing we've noticed is that sometimes you tend to use your hand like this to get up. Also because it's easier. It's an important thing to keep the hand out because it keeps your hands nice and strong and flexible. I think it'll probably avoid things like, or at least help with arthritis and that kind of thing. So the nice thing about having a low bed is it forces you to get up on your own and actually work those muscles, because I saw a video, another one to link to, thanks for doing everything that I do, where it was another ground living advocate, and he was saying that sitting in a chair all day is basically training hip immobility. By working out like this on the floor and trying to get up and down from low areas on your own, it's all aiding the hips, and that's the one problem. I think it's especially with women. I don't know if men have hip problems.
No, they do, but it seems to be more prevalent in women.
Yeah, so this lifestyle is especially helpful so you don't end up needing hip replacements or that kind of thing.
And then we just also like to say we are not qualified medical practitioners. So any of this advice, obviously, if you're suffering from any pre conditions, check with your GP or your trainer or whoever you're working with from a physical perspective. This is just the things that we like to do and that have made us a lot stronger over the last actually months.
Yeah, we've been here since August last year, and it's now coming up for we're midway through January, right? And we definitely are feeling much stronger. We were pretty fit before, but we're definitely feeling stronger and more agile from living like this. So even if you do have furniture, try and spend more time on the floor. I mean, you've got a lounge floor. You can hang out there and watch TV instead of, because the couch just makes you lazy.
The thing is, even if you're on a couch, then just use the principle of not assisting yourself to get up.
Yeah, that's
so fine. Don't use your hands. Just start getting up with your legs and your core. It's, just to add to what Andrew was saying about taking a few months. When we started this, I couldn't squat at all. So having the things in the kitchen and on the bottom rung, and doing this unassisted getting up off floors and stuff has, I mean, I can literally squat down to the ground now and do it a couple of times even. So
it's a good thing to practice, by the way, to just try and sit in this position with your feet flat on the floor. I don't know if you can't really see, maybe you do.
So this is basically what Angela was talking about, but that's also it's quite unobtainable for a lot of people. So the one thing that we learned from one of the other programs we were following is you can use a door jab. So if you can't do it yet, you can come to the door and you can hold on either side, and then it feels quite hectic, but it basically trains your joints, your muscles and everything to get into that position. And if you do it for a few minutes every day, you'll eventually get to a point where you can do it completely on your own.
I think that's everything that we wanted to tell you about our little house.
Ended up being a bit more than just the apartment, but we hope you enjoyed it.
In our next apartment, which we're moving to, which is our own place at the end of April, we will be making the lounge into more of an activity area. So we'll definitely be sharing that once we're there and we've started doing that stuff. So
things we can hang off and climb on and stuff like that.
Right. Okay, time for the rest of our Sunday. See you later.
Cheers.
You can take a look at the bathroom, but there's nothing of excitement in here. Just if you're the kind of nosy, voyeuristic person who wants to see a bathroom. Nice.
I'll sit on here and I'll just do whatever you do.